Hey, my name is James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's talk about interest rates. Let's talk about the Bank of England dropping interest rates to 4% by the end of 2024. Now, this is not my opinion. This is from a number of economists. And we're going to go through that and see, could they be right? Could they be wrong? What do you guys think as well? While we have this conversation, always do comment below and join in the conversation. But this is what we're looking at. And inflation is moving down. There are some risks. Obviously, we've got what's going on in the Red Sea. We've got potential wars in other countries as well. But where do we think inflation is going to end up? And where do we think interest rates are going to end up this year? Now, before we jump into that, as always, if you haven't done, subscribe to the channel over there, guys. Hit the bell notification. We're so close to 20,000 subscribers now. Can we hit it in the next week or so? We can if you subscribe. Make sure you smash the like button or tickle the like button. That's going to get us more eyeballs on the content. More eyeballs mean more views. That could mean more subscribers as well. So everything you do around there will really help us. So, who are we talking about here? We're talking about Ernst & Young. Ernst & Young, great big economists. I used to do IT recruitment for them. I used to work for a company called Volt Europe back in 97, 98, 99. We used to do IT recruitment for project managers and systems developers and all sorts of geeky stuff like that back in the day. Well, anyway, these guys are big economists and this is their club. They've got lots of smart people together. And what they're looking at is the inflation data. Now, I know a lot of people have looked at inflation and felt that, yes, it went marginally back up last month, which worries people, right? Of course it does. We don't want inflation to go on a tear like it did. And people have the belief that what's going on in the Red Sea could cause problems for us. And they're right, it could. But it's not expected, even if that goes really bad, doesn't get resolved for a while, that's only expected to add around 0.5% to our inflation. So not too bad. Now, energy costs are coming down. You can see the petrol costs coming down with your own eyes when you're driving around, and they're reluctantly dropping their prices, but fuel is significantly less. I was up in Doncaster this week. I saw fuel for £1 for petrol for £1.31 in a Tesco up there. Down south, it's £1.39. Still, that's significantly cheaper than it was last year. So inflation is expected to drop in America, to drop in the UK, and it's expected to drop a little faster than people were expecting. What that means is that the Bank of England can then start looking at interest rates. So inflation is on the way down. So that's one reason why interest rates could also be down. Another is elections. Now, there's two big elections unless you're living under a rock. The UK is going to have a general election around the summer, late summer, potentially. We haven't got the fixed date yet. And look, the Bank of England is separate from the government, but the government is going to put a lot of pressure onto the Bank of England to stop dropping interest rates. You see, what the government don't want is UK house prices to go into freefall. The Tories, the Conservatives, they're already massively behind in the polls, and we've already seen this week. We had a very popular video this week where we talk about 1% deposit mortgages. So we can see that the Tories are going to do a lot to make sure that they have a chance to get re-elected. So that's going to be really, really clear. The Conservatives 100% are going to put pressure on the Bank of England to make sure that they start dropping interest rates sooner. The Federal Reserve. Now, that's the American side of things. They also have a big election with Trump and Biden coming up. Massively divided, that country at the moment, with their politics, rightly or wrongly. And the same thing's going to happen. The Federal Reserve is a neutral party again, but they're going to get tons of pressure from the Biden administration to start dropping those interest rates. Of course they are, right? And so that's going to be interesting to see. Now, the Federal Reserve has already come out and said, we feel that we've got to be careful not to over tighten. And what they say is when they put up interest rates, it takes 6 to 9 months in order to feel the pain from that. Now, they've put interest rates up in the last 6 to 9 months, so we haven't felt the full pain of the last interest rate rises. We're in restrictive territory at the moment, and interest rates are causing pain. And so what you'll see is the Federal Reserve have already said that we may need to loosen a little bit earlier to make sure we're not over tightening. So that's very, very important. So Ernst & Young and Capital Economics, another economist, they're saying that they feel the Bank of England rate will drop to 4% in 2024. They feel that rates could start dropping from April, which isn't too far away. Some people are also saying March, which isn't too far away either. Now, what does that mean for us? Because at the end of the day, I don't care what the Bank of England base rate is. I care about what my mortgage rate is because I'm a property investor. Well, I don't think it means too much. I think the banks have already priced in these rate drops. We can see rates. We can see buy-to-let rates at 3.5% already. Crazy good deals from the mortgage works. We've got a rate with Coventry Building Society at 4.4% for a buy-to-let. I just did a video on that yesterday, so go and check out that on the channel if you want to know a bit more about those sorts of rates. So we're seeing these really good rates, way below the base rate at 5.25. I reckon that you'll see more deals that will stick. So I think the mortgage rate that you can get from the lender, I think you'll see more people going around this 3.5%. The average is 5.5% at the moment. Yes, there are some people at this level. I think you'll see more of those come down, which will be good. Maybe that means if you've got an existing lender, you can easily just transfer onto a new deal with them rather than going through all the razzmatazz with a broker and stuff like that. I don't think you're going to be wowed. I don't think you're going to see 4% with the Bank of England and then 2% that you can get. I just don't see that happening. It's already priced in my opinion. But having this rate at 4% means it's less likely that suddenly interest rates are going to shoot up again with your mortgage and stuff like that. So I think that gives you more predictability, and that's a good thing as well. Let me know, what do you think about these economists? Often they're wrong. I do think this one's a little bit more on the money though, honestly, myself. Do comment below, do like the video. Check out the Fundamentals of Property Investing program. It's less than 50 quid. Everyone's charging thousands of pounds for training. We spent 6 months making that. And in the description below, I'm going to put a link. You can grab the Fundamentals of Property Investing for less than 50 quid. The price will be going up again very, very soon. So check that out. Do check out all the other content on my channel, including this video right here.